My name is Dave, and I've been practicing martial arts for the last 5 years, and I'm a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
I'm Cheryl. Well, I'm passionate about kids, and I feel like all kids deserve a great education.
One of my favorite trips ever was when I rode my bike all the way across northern Spain. It's about 580 miles.
My name is Justin Williams, and I once sunk a sailboat.
I've worked with Sarah in a one-on-one setting for coaching.
I started with her online program.
Her retreats and workshops.
I was really encouraged with her experience in somatics. That's really where the magic started.
I was going through life with this monkey on my back, and I just didn't know how to get it off my back. I knew that I wasn't who I wanted to be, but I didn't know how to become who I was made to be.
Because of the traumatic experience I had, it just happened to be certain areas of my life. I'd go into fight, flight, or freeze, and so I would brace internally.
I have a really challenging job where it's the very fast pace and I'm being pulled in different directions all day long.
We had sold our home and we were hitting the road for a 6-month-long journey, and just the complexity of that had me just upside down.
One of the things that I went to Sarah seeking support with was the loss of my spouse when my daughter was 3. So we had gone through a lot of counseling and psychotherapy, but not in this way.
Sarah has such a deep understanding of neurology, psychology, and physiology.
She has a unique blend of that life coaching and somatic experiencing. Apparently we store emotions in our body, in our physical body, and so I was intrigued by that.
She's able to listen to the body language. She's able to hear me almost from the inside.
Those things that are going on inside you that when you can't find the words for it.
And so for me, Sarah helped me to feel the loss in my body, where I was holding it, where I was disconnected from it and not processing it, where I had gone numb.
For example, I was looking at my story and I just felt this emptiness. And the word I was kind of associating with it was really incomplete. But I could feel it physically.
I'm very much a person that likes to let's just ignore negative emotions. And she has really helped me to just notice them instead of judging them. And she's helped me to be able to experience them, try to understand them, and just let them pass through.
She's comfortable in her own skin, and she has the ability to both create a compassionate space that also calls you forth.
Because of that, because she has this deep empathetic ability, I never felt alone, and I never felt as though I couldn't go to some pretty scary places for me, because she was helping me say, it's okay, you can be brave, you can step into that space. And so I did.
She also knows how to use humor. Like at just the right moment, if a session is getting too deep or too heavy, she'll just throw it in there, and it's incredibly therapeutic.
She never pushed or prodded or tried to lead the conversation. She asked great questions. I really felt like things emerged very naturally on their own, which made them that much more real and valuable.
Because the hurts and everything, I would make statements and she would kind of fact check me and call me out. And so she would do it and with such grace that it was not belittling to me.
It's really powerful to be truly seen, to be really heard.
She can step in and say, all of you belongs, and I accept all of you as you are. And I think knowing that gives me the freedom to then trust her.
That's just who she is. It's what she does. And she's capable of working with all types. For me, talk therapy was more me talking about my past and somebody just sitting there, nodding and listening, and eyes would tear up, and we kind of stayed in the past, and I was ready to move forward.
Sarah has helped me be able to create my own options. Some therapists that you go to, they're the ones that are creating the options for you, versus I think working with Sarah, she helps resource your own and my own intelligence, our own emotional, I guess, freedom to be able to say, here's where you can in the future choose, whereas in the past you haven't been a choice in that area.
I have a hard time regulating my body when I come home from work. She gave me a quick self-regulating meditation that I'm doing in my car before I get out, so then I can be in a different state when I enter my home.
When I start noticing potential trigger points, areas where I may be going into a space where I want to shut down, I'm able to notice that within my own body and was able to then see, wait a minute, I sense the sensation in my body, I feel the trigger coming, how do I want to choose to react this time versus just responding? So instead of being reactive, I was able to step into a creative space and not just have a default answer, but actually have a designed answer for what was happening.
I've done 2 different workshops of hers, and I've left them both going, oh my goodness, I have such a different perspective, and I feel empowered to live differently, that I'm always surprised, how in the world was that only a weekend of content and interaction?
And it's interesting because we're taking these tools and actually using them in my school with kids, so they learn to practice mindfulness.
Now I have this full, awesome toolbox to help me in all of life's situations. And I feel like the monkey's not on my back.
Doesn't matter which side. A lot of times what you thought was your goal or your purpose gets reshaped. Sometimes it goes away completely. So finding purpose again really came about profoundly through Sarah's work. She's a whisperer. She is a body whisperer without a doubt.
What was asleep in me was suddenly not just awake, but vibrating. It's kind of like she uses the force.
I have grown to understand myself so much more, and I've gained the tools to help me be able to deal with the stress and pain that just naturally comes in this life.
How am I different? Like a really interesting, sudden response to that.
This is my mugshot. Definitely improved from working with Sarah. I'm guilty of killing a monkey.
Integrity, mercy, courage, respect, honesty, honor, loyalty. That's the code by which the samurai live. Synergy samurai. That's Sarah.
She has the expertise and the knowledge to help me be the best person I can be.
I'm more of me because I know more of me, and there is more of me because of my work with Sarah.
I'm Sarah Sherwood, a resilience coach, spiritual director, and somatic experiencing practitioner. I inspire others to move through the things they fear the most to the life they were created to live. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Good to see you.